Well, it looks like perhaps the Asmongold backlash has finally given Ethan Klein the push he needed to separate himself from Hasan Piker, who many believe is very clearly pro-Hamas, anti-America, and perhaps one of the biggest frauds on the internet. Grew up with a near billionaire father who was a real estate, rental property. He was a landlord. Came to America, got a nepotism job with his uncle at the Young Turks, and now spends most of his days on Twitch disrespecting white people and Jewish people. And this is promoted. He's one of the largest streamers on Earth, and he lies repeatedly to his 14-year-old NEET fans while they eat dino nuggets that their parents made. Nothing wrong with dino nuggets, but this is a grown man whose audience is almost certainly 15 years old, and he's talking, complicated politics. He's essentially grooming them into being radicals. That said, very, very interesting back and forth now between Ethan Klein and Hasan Piker, as Ethan Klein has finally just had enough, and he's put Hasan on blast for, attacking his wife, and all this stuff. Look, in the past, first of all, I think Ethan Klein would do great with a more moderate / right-leaning co-host instead of surrounding himself in an echo chamber all the time. But this is not my, oh my God, Ethan Klein's so based and red-pilled now. But this is me saying, looks like he's finally had enough after Hasan makes vile comments about his wife, other Jewish people live on stream. Hasan makes the exact same argument that Asmongold made, that Asmongold got banned for. The whole thing is nuts. The H3 podcast obviously isn't anywhere near as popular as it used to be. Basically hemorrhaging subscribers every month at an average of 10,000 subscribers per month. Last month, or 2 months ago, they finally only lost 0, and then it's right back to losing 10, 20. So it's lost about 100,000 subscribers. It's really not, again.
And so
everybody with a brain knew that partnering up with Hasan Piker was going to be very bad for Ethan Klein because Hasan Piker hates Jews. I mean, it's just, there is a section of the far right, okay, that simply hates Jewish people. It is undeniable. There's also a far left and far right, by the way. These extremes have completely different reasons for hating Jewish people, I think, but they exist. It's a small amount, but Hasan Piker, in my opinion, just hates Jews, and partnering up with Ethan Klein never made sense to me. Now, if you look at Ethan, he's still doing a lot of his streams. He's still getting 600,000-700,000 views on each live stream. It's not like his channel is dead, okay? But yesterday, he dropped his Hasan manifesto,
and so
essentially, where it has 19,000 upvotes, 7.4 thousand downvotes. And he does bring up some very valid points. And Hasan's chat, of course, was busy being really sad about a terrorist leader being taken out in an airstrike yesterday. You can see, yep, don't care. Rip, whatever that loser's name was, a leader for Hamas. Here's another rip to the leader of Hamas. They got our boy. I mean, this is, are we going to chat about our Lord and Savior? I mean, this is Hasan's chat. This is an undeniable portion of his chat. He has literally cultivated this. You see a lot of comments. Looks like the community is as terrorist-brained as ever. Probably about to get worse now that Sinwar is potentially dead, but Twitch won't do anything about it, and their CEO will find a way to celebrate Hasan's community once again, despite them being Terry sympathizers. Something that a bad guy from World War II would say at a rally. Do they know this dude took out Palestinians as well? Quote, Houthis aren't bad, so I don't get this line of questioning. God, his chat is actually full of tards. I mean, it's nuts how I don't watch, I don't watch Hasan Piker because I'm not an idiot, but, his audience is very clearly being radicalized by him. You see this, watching Ethan drop his Hasan manifesto is so cathartic. Agent E, it's good to have you back.
Please. I don't get it. Yeah, I found this honestly disgusting. It's vile. And frankly, he should be ashamed.
He's looking healthier.
He should be.
Good for him.
And frankly, again, Twitch continues to allow him to spread terrorist propaganda with impunity without even seemingly a warning. Here he is showing 2 weeks ago, this is once again recent, shows Houthi terrorist propaganda video.
Yep. Unedited.
The kind of stuff that kind of reminds me of like Al-Qaeda and ISIS propaganda videos that they would put out. That's just like, well, I'll show it. Here's Hasan. And once again, if he's commenting on it, if he's critiquing it, that's one thing. But he presents it and he walks out of the room. He presents it with zero critical analysis, just a full-on endorsement of this terrorist organization right here on Twitch. Now, I don't know if you remember, but basically this is what caused the adpocalypse on YouTube.
Adpocalypse.
Is that?
Yes, correct.
Ads were showing up next to ISIS videos.
Correct.
And here's Hasan, their darling creator, who has tons of ads running on his channel, showing to his audience who is willing to receive everything he's saying without much critical thought. No offense, but at least to the ones that were in the subreddit calling me a liar, that Houthis are awesome.
Yeah, like we took that fucking
2 weeks
Saudi
ago.
deal.
You did?
Oh yeah, me and XUC both.
Oh, no, damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we did. I'm sorry. I needed the money.
Oh, you want to see a Houthi musical?
Sure.
These were the people that the Saudis were killing, by the way.
Zach,
just so you know, these fucking...
Sorry, the sound pack is falling off here. Is that good?
He plays it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he plays it and just walks out of the room, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
I'm gonna grab my food.
Let me read the words for you to enjoy.
Yeah.
And once again, I feel that we should throw up. We disavow this video, Nate, because on YouTube, they actually don't allow terrorist propaganda videos to play. And I want to make it very clear that I actually do not condone this. I think these guys are terrorists, and they're dangerous, and this is dangerous propaganda, and I'm watching it for critical reasons. Is it up, Nate? Yeah, throw that up when I watch this, because frankly, I'm risking my ass watching this clip.
We disavow everything
Fuck
said.
the Houthis.
Yeah. I mean, and this is just a small sample, right? Like if you look at here's Hasan literally making the exact same argument that he got butthurt at Asmongold for. Now Asmongold said that the people, basically Hamas, are a subculture, subhuman type people. That's what he said. And Hasan cried tears for his Terry buddies. Well, here's Hasan talking about people of Taiwan.
Tibet was literally a fucking feudal slave mandate, like
So
autonomous zone.
China did them a favor.
That was one. I mean, in America, when I say something like this, people get very upset. You know, we talk about the Dalai Lama saying "suck my tongue" or whatever, but like that's not far from the norm in fucking normal Tibetan existence before.
He's literally calling them subhuman.
The Communist Party came in and
So
took
China
over.
unilaterally took over Tibet.
Like
Well,
these are
their culture. They basically are trying to, homogenize the culture.
if your culture.
They're trying to spoil the religion and the identity.
The part of
And they did them
feudal
a favor.
warlords and slavery, abolishing that. Yes, I do think that is good.
No, China.
Oops, you mean exactly what's happening in Palestine? Oops! Oops! Then Hasan Piker went on to massively cope about this. Hey, Ethan, come on my show once. We don't have to talk about politics. I think we could have a good back and forth. I think you'd be a great co-host for Quartercast Live. We could fit you in. We could host a special show. We can have it at night. Here's Ethan just calling. He calls Hasan Piker embarrassing trash after saying this.
He's like,
This is yesterday.
"Oh, you want to make it so Israel isn't a Jewish homeland? Where is my wife who lives with me in Beverly Hills in California? Where's she gonna go? In the garbage? in the toilet? Do you just want to kill her?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe she's going to go where she is now, which is not Israel.
Okay, but what about all the people in Israel, right? So Ethan Klein writes, my wife is an American citizen. I'm not worried about her. 80% of Israelis are born there and have literally nowhere else to go. You better figure that out if you're actually you better figure that out if you actually want peace, instead of telling them to just quote go somewhere else. I mean, these guys are so insane. Here's Hasan's like clip channel trying to cope and seethe over Ethan's long. I'm not going to listen to him talk about Hasan Piker for 3 hours. I've known Hasan Piker as a piece of garbage for years. Everybody knows that. You see, Ethan Klein, do you really think putting yourself, your crew, and your audience in a semantic competition over a petty, old, I'm right, you're wrong obsession you can't get over is the right strategy? Stop tormenting yourself, man. Listen to Hasan. Again, Froggy Tonic, Hasan fan. I assume probably somebody who is 12 years old and never had a real job before. Okay, not that, you know, internet commentating is the same as, you know, working in the coal mine or working at Amazon factory, but I have had plenty of real jobs since the age of 14. Here you have Ethan Klein put me in his Instagram. 245,000 likes. I'm tired of constantly being gaslit that anti-Semitism doesn't exist. 245,000 likes of people saying that they want Hasan to end his own life. Or I'm sorry, Ethan Klein. He cut off the part. They put a picture of Ethan Klein here, says. You know, so I mean, or there's this one, and then there's another really popular one that says they want him to end his life. Again, I don't think about Jewish people ever. I don't care. I think about people, the things that people do. I don't care about their, you know, where they're from. I care about what they do and who they are. I think Ethan Klein has a long history of being very disingenuous, and especially with his interactions with me. But I'm still a human, and just because he goes low doesn't mean that it's okay to insult his, you know, that just because he's gone low against me in the past doesn't mean that I can't defend him. You know, I think there is a section of my audience that, you know, might think, oh, you're defending Ethan, you're picking a side. No. Let me be very clear. I don't care about Israel or Palestine. I care about America. All right. I've never been more clear. If I can't be more clear than that, I don't know what to tell you about. 100,000 Americans die to opioid overdoses every year. We have a mental health crisis. We have we have a mental health crisis. We have a homelessness crisis. We're being invaded on our southern border. That's what I care about. I don't care what two nations over in the desert are doing to each other, and I never will. All right. But Ethan Klein is an American. He lives here in America. And the abuse that he has suffered is real. And the stuff that Hasan gets away with is absurd. Now, I'm not saying Hasan needs to be deplatformed, but Ethan Klein is right. Hasan is a piece of garbage that literally plays Terry propaganda on a stream that secretly and not so secretly just hates Jewish people because they're Jewish. He himself has called other groups of people subhuman in comparison to the CCP. He is everything wrong with leftism. And his audience is only growing and more radicalizing more idiots. We need more people in the center where I try to find myself, not more people like Hasan. And I hope that Ethan Klein moves a little back to the center personally as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe or follow down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.